Hello, we're in Parashat Kedoshim. In Parashat Kedoshim we have a pasuk, לא תקלל חירש ולפני עיוור לא תיתן מכשול ויראית מאלוקיך אני השם. I would want to focus on the first part of the pasuk, לא תקלל חירש. You should not curse a deaf person. Why not? One way of reading this pasuk is saying that you shouldn't take advantage of people that are weak. You shouldn't take advantage of the blind. You shouldn't take advantage of the deaf. And cursing is something that can affect someone else. And you shouldn't take advantage of the fact that he doesn't hear you, and therefore he won't curse you back. That's one way of reading this pasuk. The rationalists, people that decided to explain this pasuk in a rationalistic way, understand this differently. They say a person could think that there is no problem in cursing a deaf person because he doesn't get insulted. He doesn't hear the fact that you cursed him. He doesn't care. You didn't do anything. You didn't offend him. So what is the problem? The Rambam and Rabbeinu Acharei go in this way, and they both explain that the issue is not what you have caused the person that you've cursed, but the problem is the traits and the behavior of the person who is using bad language. The Rambam says a person might get used to not only being angry, but also to want revenge and live his life in a way where anger and revenge and all these problematic emotions lead him. So the Torah says, even a person who doesn't hear you, you shouldn't behave in such a way. Because the issue is not the person that you're cursing, the issue is your own personality. Which is very important when we speak, when we argue, when we talk. We have to realize that today, when people think that the more extreme they speak, the harsher they attack others, so they get more likes, they become more famous, people will listen to them, but you're harming yourself at the end of the day. That's what the Rambam and Rabbeinu Acharei say. Don't harm yourself. You're taking your personality, and instead of growing, you're descending. You're becoming a person that is led by anger, revenge, and problematic traits. The Netziv points out a different issue. I think that also the Netziv understands that you can read this pasuk that the problem is not that you're hurting someone, taking advantage over the deaf, even though the deaf doesn't hear you, even though he won't answer you. But the problem here that the Netziv says is not the revenge and the anger, but rather how you see other people, how you treat other people. The issue is that you don't treat the deaf person with respect. You look at him as a person that you can step upon. Even though he doesn't feel anything, you are treating him in a bad way. You look at him in a way that is inappropriate. In the words of the Netziv, he says, "U'inyan l'shmirat shalom v'chashivut b'nei adam ze lazeh." You have to treat the other person with respect, to see him as an important person. You have to honor the other person. See that the other person has dignity. Even if he doesn't hear the way I'm cursing him, it doesn't matter. The question is how I see fellow people, which is so important today in our times where arguments and discussions are done in such a way where every side always emphasizes the problematic aspects of others. And you become stronger when you manage to show that the other people, the other person, the person that you're arguing with, the person that you're cursing is a less important person, is a person with no dignity, maybe even a little bit less of a tzelem elokim. And this is why it's so important to remember this pasuk, lo tekalel cheresh. We have to treat everyone with respect, with dignity. This is not only important for them, it's important for society. And it's not only important for society, it's important for us, for every specific person, how you treat the world, how you look at the creations of Hashem. V'yareta me'elokecha ani Hashem. Shabbat Shalom.